Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Poverty. Let's jump right into it. So today gonna be throwing this out there because Stunna asked about it. So in his recent video, recent for me, he just won this title, 250,000 drip won on Triple D. He mentioned it quite a few times about, finding out who sold the 40K and the 20K basically, and mainly the 40K is what he's talking about. So I was like, well, yeah, let's look into that. I tried to look into it briefly, but I didn't come up with anything. And then doing some more digging, I found out how extremely challenging it's going to be. But I want to at least share some insights with you guys of what I found, and maybe other people that like to do the research side and understand how the blockchain works and whatnot. Maybe this will help shed some light on you, for you to do so. Now, big disclaimer, I did not find the end of the rabbit hole for this video for the 40K. That's going to take a lot longer, but I did for the 20. So there's a story or a narrative that could be deduced for this person, and that's what I'm going to be diving into a lot more because it was a much shorter rabbit hole. So I'm going to show you what I did with the 20, and then someone else out there can try to do this with the 40, but I'm going to show you what happened with the 40. So basically this, if you're not familiar, not aware or whatever, depending on what camp you're in, you can believe what you want. But some people in the drip community believe this was someone trying to purposely wreck the price. Others say you can sell what you want. It doesn't matter, whatever the case may be. Either way, the point is you need to understand how to do your own research, because the transparent blockchain is there to help you make moves in your investment, so you can see when tokens are moving and who's got what and who's controlling a share of the token, especially in meme tokens and things of that nature, because when they make moves, as they say, you got to swim with the whales and be aware. Now, in this case, the first thing you would want to do is come over to any of these dexes, trading dexes, to see the actual asset you're looking for. And then you can just filter by sells. And then I did a filter by anything over $5,000, and that gives me these two. So once you do that, you can come straight to the transaction and you can see that wallet. Now, again, I'm going to show you just briefly how complicated this one is, and then I'll show you the deeper dive on the other one. So this is the wallet. It says right here from, and that BD 2001, and we can see that transaction for 202,000 drip. Now let's actually look at that wallet, go into a little more detail, and you'll find that this wallet only has 384 transactions. So you're like, okay, that's pretty cool. That's should be a short rabbit hole to go down. And I've showed you guys this before. So you go all the way down to the last page, and then you can see a couple things. So you can see they updated the buddy address on the drip contract to this wallet here. Click to see more. So this is the buddy address they used. That we'll look at it, D45DB, right? 45DB is when they updated the buddy on that. And that was back in December 18, 2021. And then on the same day, December 18, 2021 is when we have the very first transaction in this wallet, which happens to be from the exact same wallet, D45DB. So cool. That means we can deduce that this wallet funded it and it used the same buddy address. So chances are it's the same person. And we want to now look at that wallet, right? So we come to that one, and now we see there are 5,462 transactions. So this is where it gets a little more complicated. And this is about where my detective work started to end, because after I started looking this up, this one here, DB 2001, and then seeing that they've been in since December 18th. But when I look at them, they have a large upline. So that's very hard to start tracking down and look at each transaction to see who funded the wallet and things of that nature. So that's very, very, very challenging. But the same process can be done for this other one. So this one is easier to do. And then I'm going to tell you my thesis on this of what I think happened with this person and who they are. So this is that person, DB64EA. So we come straight to that wallet. So we'll close out these other ones so we don't get confused up here. And this person has 3,955 transactions in their wallet. and we can come again, look at the very last transaction and see how that got funded. But in this case, we actually don't need to go any further, because when we come over to that wallet, we find out that they joined directly under the dev wallet and they did not build a team. So this is much more a shorter history. So what I did from here was take that wallet and instead go over to DBank and start to look, and then filter everything on DBank by this individual for Binance Smart Chain and Drip. And they don't have a very long transaction history with Drip. So we can see here, their very first token swap was here on the 18th, which aligns with this, joined on the Faucet on the 18th underneath the dev wallet. So it's like, okay, cool. And then now we can look at their behavior and see that they actually were buying a lot of Drip. So they bought in here. This is literally all-time high, right around the all-time high. They got 22 Drip for $1,600. And then they spent another $14,000 and got 100 Drip, spent another 7,000, got 87 Drip, spent another, sorry, this is a token swap. They bought some more in here somewhere. Where was it? 7,000, 14,000. Anyway, so I put it all in a Excel spreadsheet because it's much easier for you to figure out, but at least you can see what I'm looking at. So when we look at this person, this individual, I was trying to zoom in. All right, there we go. So this is those transactions that I showed you on DBank. So they spent 1,600, 14,000, 7,000, 2,000. And you can see they were trying to kind of like DCA and I guess time it. And then they didn't do anything from 8 July all the way to 15 Feb. And then they bought in 15 Feb of earlier this year. And that's when Drip was, I think, at the all-time low, right? Maybe right when it peaked back up or something like that. And then they bought in huge 85,000 here for 249,000 Drip. So they've put in a total of $115,000 over the course of Drip. And again, didn't build a team or anything. And they only claimed $902 worth. Now they did have some Garden LPs that they played with here and even tried it over Orbital Swap. If you've been around for that long, you would have saw that we had this LP over there. So people were taking Garden LPs and moving over to Orbital Swap. So they got into the Garden pretty early, I guess, and tried to move those LPs over and make some money off of that, but that didn't work. So they came back and put it back into Drip USD and staked it back into the Garden. And then they broke their LPs apart. And then eventually they ended up selling that massive Drip. So now the question would be, why did they do so? Because if you look at, let's just take this out real quick. That would be $30,000 for 4,000 Drip and giving them a price of about $6.72. Now that's not counting any of the compounding. I didn't go through that. But when we add this back in, it takes them down to 46 cents. So my deduction is that they bought this large amount of Drip on June 6th because they expected, if you go back and listen to the AMAs and stuff, we were supposed to have Triple D around coming sooner rather than later. So they were probably looking at buying the rumor, selling news. June 6th is, let's see, man, got to go back a lot further. June, yeah, so they might have been instrumental in this. That might have been them right there. I remember actually seeing an $85,000 buy. So they might have been this person. More than likely, they probably are. That's the biggest buy on that day, 85,000 Drip, and we were sitting at 26 cents and we shot back up to 30. So whatever news happened around that time, they decided to buy in. And then fast forward, we end up with the AMA that's Forex did on Stunner's channel somewhere around early July, late June. And that was when we found out that he hadn't looked at the contracts yet. So it goes down. And then my deduction is that when he saw this 40K coming in, he or she, we don't know, this 40K sell, they just decided, screw it, it's over, I'm out too. So I think they were willing to take an L, sunk cost fallacy, due to the fact that, again, historically, they had exhibited very positive behavior. They got in, they didn't build a team, they were by themselves, they DCA'd, they compounded till max wallet, almost max. They've claimed now 21,000 real claims, but they bought all that. They did it all on their own. No team building, no nothing. They did get some airdrops from whoever, from, I guess, the dev wallet that kicks that back around. If you join in the dev wallet, that's cool. So yeah, they did exactly what you would expect someone to do, positive drip behavior. And then I'm assuming they just got spooked and decided they wanted out. That's the only logical explanation. So that 40,000 you can say could be malicious, but then this one would just be someone that just said, I'm out, I give up, because that's the only logical explanation when you go in with $85,000 after exhibiting all of this positive behavior in the ecosystem, joining under dev wallet, getting in at all-time highs. So remember, they've been in now 18 months plus, and they have tried to DCA their way down, and they even compounded their wallet to a max wallet and played the game accordingly, had a strategic, or we're only claiming a little bit in the beginning, and then they just stopped for quite some time. And probably all of this from 8 July till 15 Feb was probably just all compounds. They didn't buy anything. They just kept compounding. And then they finally got to max wallet and then saw that, okay, triple D's coming out, and they decided they're going to go in big, try one more time. And it just didn't work out. So they sold out. So that's how you can use the blockchain data to at least craft a narrative. Again, none of us know for certain, but that is interesting and to me would line up. Now, as I said, 2001, that's this person. I tried to trace them all the way back, and this is each upline wallet. And the teams are relatively small until you get to here, and I can't find out who that person is. So there's 1,400 people below them, and this is 5 up from them or 4 up. But we get all the way to here, and this is SK Crypto. So if you remember him, he was like an OG and put out some pretty good drip content, but he's only 7 up the line from this guy. So there's way more questions to be answered as we go further up, because SK Crypto got in on launch day. So I don't know who these other 7 are. And that's not to say this whole team is bad. It's just saying that this is much harder to track down, because this is the wallet and then this is the referral wallet, but they also have a team in here. So I'd have to figure out who else they were airdropping to, and you know what the other wallets are. And like I said, it has like 5,000 transactions. And then are any of these wallets in the upline? Do they belong to this same person? You know, it's really, really messy. So, but hopefully you learned something on how that information can be used, and that I personally don't believe this person who sold at 20 was, you know, in cahoots with this other person or anything like that. I think they just got spooked. That's my personal narrative on the 20K. The 40K, the jury's still out. I haven't done enough research on there, but again, if you listen to Stunna's video, he thinks it was malicious. Some people have said it's bank teller. I have no idea. But I'm gonna try to see if I can find out, but man, this is a lot more complicated. So any of the other blockchain sleuths out there that want to do some digging, by all means, take a look. All right, that's all I got. Hope that provides value and some clarity. And if it did, smash that HBO special, help brother out, like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.
Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account? SPRITZ Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.